Hello, my name is Margaret Tiveron, and I am a prayer guide with Unity of Vancouver Island. And I welcome you to this space of meditation, whether you're joining me live on Sunday morning or at some other time. I say welcome and thank you for joining. I am in a place where there's a hummingbird feeder right above my head, so you may hear some buzzing through this, and if you do, it's the hummingbird. Oh, here he comes right now. Cool. So I'm going to invite you to join me today in a meditation where we progressively relax our body, do a scan of the body and feel the body relaxing and the mind relaxing and releasing its thoughts, and then getting to a place where we can just sit in the silence. We can be still in mind, body, and spirit, and connect with the divine. So let's begin. If it feels comfortable to you, please close your eyes. And if not, just avert your gaze, and have it look somewhere on the floor or somewhere ahead of you, down below. Now I invite you to breathe deeply. Breathe in. Full chest of air, and then breathe out. And as we breathe out, we feel our thoughts, our mind, the busyness releasing, and we feel our body relaxing as well. Breathing in and out, letting go, letting go, letting go. Again, breathing in and releasing, letting go, letting go, letting go. One final time, breathing in and letting go, letting go, letting go. And now I'm going to invite you to join me on a scan of the body. Beginning at the top of your head, feel the muscles in your head, the crown, the forehead, cheeks. Relax all of those areas. The mouth, all of the muscles and bones in the jaw. Let them relax as the tongue in the mouth relaxes. It can help to bring a bit of a smile to your face. It helps to tell the body to relax. And now the neck, the throat. Feel that area relaxing. And then moving to the shoulders. A lot of people hold tension there. I invite you to notice the tension in the shoulders, and then to consciously let it go. Imagine that the tension is ice, and imagine that it is turning into water and disappearing. See that tension just melting away. And now move to the arms and feel ripples of relaxation and peace going from the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, hands, fingers. Just feel the calm and the relaxation moving down the arms as if they were waves in the ocean. Take some time to focus on the hands and feel all of the vibrating and the energy that is in the hands. See if you can feel that. Feel what is going on inside the hands. And then I invite you to turn your attention to your chest and your abdomen. With each breath, feel yourself releasing that tension in that area. With each breath, feel your belly softening and opening to receive the breath. And then moving down to the hips, feel them sitting on a surface or lying on a surface. Feel the contact that you have with that surface. And feel some relaxation, perhaps letting the legs fall a bit more apart as the muscles relax. And then down into the lower legs and the feet. Feel the energy in the feet. Feel the vibrating. Feel the connection with the floor, with the ground. And after focusing on each individual part of the body and allowing it to relax, view the body as a whole, as a relaxed and relaxing organism. Are there any areas of your body where you've allowed the tension to creep in again? Maybe the shoulders, the face. And now I invite you to sit in this place of peace, in this place of sacredness, where you are connected with your own sacred self, and by extension with the sacredness of everything, everywhere. Let's take a few moments to bathe in this beautiful place. And now, as we begin to bring our time of meditation to a close, begin to feel your body, your hands, your feet. Hopefully the relaxation is still there in your body, but allow your mind to come back to the present moment, the present place. I thank you for joining me in this meditation today. And I'd like to conclude with a Hindu greeting, which means the divine in me greets the divine in you. Namaste.
Song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into light, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is abundance in our fellowship. This is a place we all belong. We place our trust in this great holiness. This is the moment, come along. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into light, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is a promise in our thankfulness. We know that when we seek, we find. Our trust in this great holiness. This sacred space is yours and mine. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into light, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside.
We are indeed gathering in song and in joy. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being with us this morning, and a special welcome to our friends out there in Camerland, in Victoria, in Comox, all over Vancouver Island, and all over Canada and the world. First of all, we want to acknowledge that we are on the traditional ancestral territory of the Nanaimo Nation here in Nanaimo. And please take a moment to recognize that all across our beautiful country, we are blessed to be able to walk on the land that was cared for for so long by the Indigenous people. So welcome, no matter where you're coming from, no matter where you're headed on your path, no matter where your path has been. We're glad your path has crossed with ours this morning, and you are welcome in this place. And now we will have some more music.
Vision of unity.
I was going to say it.
You know, this week when I was preparing the slides, I looked everywhere to see would be a better place to put that slide so I would remember. And there is no better place. The vision of unity is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Sharon.
Sharon. I'm awake.
It is. Sharon.
I'm awake.
Sharon's spiritual awakening. Sharon's spiritual awakening.
I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. It's been a rough morning. I don't know
She
why.
got a word for her money.
Breathe through me, breathe through me. Oh, blessed Spirit, breathe through me, breathe through me, breathe through me. Oh, blessed Spirit, breathe through me.
I see how it is.
Speak through me, oh blessed Spirit, speak through me. Live through me, live through me. Oh blessed Spirit, live through me. Live through me, live through me. Oh blessed Spirit, live through me. Well done, everybody. Well done.
They're very direct. No, right through.
Perfect time. Will you join me in just acknowledging that Blessed Spirit does live through, as, and in each of us, breathes us. It is the life of the one Spirit that pulses our hearts. And we are one. One in Blessed Spirit. Just take a moment to feel your oneness with the person next to you or in front of you. And remember that there is the one life, one power and one presence, active in the universe and in our lives. And it is the same power everywhere. That power is all-powerful, all-knowing, and equally present everywhere. And so it is. Amen. It's so wonderful to see so many faces here this morning. Thank you for being with us. The reading this morning is from Emmanuel's book. And Emmanuel is one of those channeled entities. Quite frankly, I think we're all channeled entities, but words of wisdom. It is within your humanity that you will learn to recognize your divinity. The spiritual and the human have to walk hand in hand. Otherwise, the spiritual has no foundation on which to take hold. We are all one. Ours is one reality, one energy, one perception. The mind cannot grasp this fact or accept it without battle, but the heart is yearning to know it. Is this not life's purpose? To know that you belong, that you are safe and eternal, to know that in your spirit reality you are already one with God? The human condition is not the antithesis of heaven. It is the reproduction within a limited vision, manifest in physical form. There is nothing in human experience that does not exist in spirit. That is why the human condition is a blessed one. It is a mirror, a faithful replica of the spirit situation. There is divinity in all things, and in order to find that divinity, one must work with the material at hand. To disregard the day is to question the divine energy that formed it. Just want to repeat that last phrase. To disregard the day is to question the divine energy that formed it. Karen has some more. Karen, where did Karen came from? Sharon has some more music for us.
It's not just me having a rough day.
We've entered the other universe. Karen is the song leader.
Build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, least I help I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, all I know I'm gonna try. Gonna build a daydream from a little hope. Gonna push that daydream up the mountain slope. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream, gonna make them both come true. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well. If I build my mountain with a lot of care, and I take my daydream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell.
Little hell.
Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well. If I build my mountain from a lot of care, and I take my daydream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there.
Oh my goodness, good morning. I'm sure people out there watching us online sense the energy level in this room. It's basically packed. And of course, I'm not familiar with every face here, but I guess there's a lot of homecoming going on today. So I'm so grateful to be part of this spiritual celebration this morning. You know, about 8 or 10 years ago, I found a phrase. It's actually an affirmation, just 3 words, and I use it all the time. life is good. People would ask me, how's your day going? How you doing? It's like, I don't think you really want to hear all the details of my day. But when I say life is good, that brings me back to my center. That brings me back to my truth. It's like, no matter what else is going on, life is good. So you can imagine my surprise. A couple years ago, I flew into Atlanta to attend some Unity stuff. My buddy picked me up at the airport. He's wearing a T-shirt that says, life is good. It's like, really? Where did you, it's a thing, like, where did you get that T-shirt? He said, oh, life is good, it's a company. Like, they make clothes and, it's a real thing. And they even have a store here in Atlanta. I said, well, let's take me shopping. So this morning, or yesterday when I was planning, looking at this day, and I thought, well, I'm leaving the house about 8:30, going to attend the Sunday service, going to do the workshop in the afternoon, I won't get home till 4:30. It's like, I'm wearing my life is good T-shirt. I don't usually dress like this on Sunday mornings, but well, I have a couple questions for you. How many of you have learned to ride a bicycle? Oh, yeah. How many of you have had adventures on your bicycle? Oh, yeah. And here's the next question. Why am I talking about bicycles? Honestly, I don't know how these things pop into our minds. As far as I know, I wasn't thinking, and I haven't thought about bicycles for years. And when I was starting to prepare this lesson, I thought, I just got this inkling. I think there's a parallel between riding a bicycle and being on the path of an evolving spiritual being. So here we go. Learning how to ride a bike was a process. There were steps that we took that resulted in us being really proficient riders, most of us. When I was growing up, I had a lot of motivation for learning how to ride a bike because bikes were freedom. I could go meet up with my friends. I could go to the corner store and buy candy without my mom knowing. I could explore beyond my neighborhood. All kinds of possibilities opened up for me. So at one time in our lives, riding a bicycle was a completely unknown to us. We observed others, probably maybe older siblings or older children, and thought, I want to do that. But how does it start? What does it take? So most of us do not learn how to ride a bicycle on our own. We need someone to show us and to help us. Someone we feel safe with, someone we trust. Because you remember the process, right? Usually someone is holding the bike because we can't figure out how to get on it yet. They hold it, we climb onto it, they push you along, and you start finding the pedals and they run along with you, right? As you're learning. When you start to wobble, there's somebody there to put their hand out, to make sure that you don't fall over. So whoever was helping you learn to ride this bike did this over and over and over again. Got you started, ran with you for a little bit, and then at some point, let you go on your own. At some point in our lives, we step consciously onto the spiritual path. It is something new, and it was a choice. So in truth, we cannot be separated from our divinity. It's impossible to not be on a spiritual path, but there comes a time when we decide that our spiritual growth is important to us and that we're going to dedicate some time and some energy to it. And we saw others perhaps and thought, I want to do that. I want some of that for me. I remember when I first started taking courses, Unity credit courses, the sole purpose of me taking these courses was to get away from my crazy life. Mavis, my friend from Victoria, Kathy Eliason, and I went to these week-long sessions outside of Seattle. Learning spiritual stuff was, interesting. I didn't keep track of credits. I wasn't aiming to become licensed. It was just a week away from my crazy life. So it was actually Kathy, a dear friend I know to many of you, and a spiritual leader here in Nanaimo, who helped me see the potential. On one of the trips, because it's a long driving trip, we get to talk, she asked me how many credits I had. I said, I don't have a clue, because I'm not really keeping track of the credits. And we had a long talk about what might be possible if we were to become credentialed Unity leaders and how we could be of service to our ministries. And at that moment, I heard and I felt the truth in what she was saying. And I made a commitment to finish the program and to become licensed. She was the one who first got me on that bike, pushed me, and ran alongside of me. So now we started something new. Initially, we're motivated by someone we trust. We're traveling on the path. Put us back on our bicycles. We think, wow, now that I've mastered these skills and I know how to do this, it's going to be so much fun and so easy. And then what happens? What happens? Yeah, we fall down, we get scrapes, we come home bleeding, we get lost, we get wet, we get discouraged, we get scared. All of these apply to both riding a bicycle and being on the spiritual path. So let's just take a few of these and see what we can do to recover when these things happen to us. Getting lost. Well, sometimes we're exploring, whether on a bicycle or a spiritual journey, and we find ourselves in unfamiliar or unknown places. We can keep pushing ahead, or we could, anybody know? Ask for help. As soon as we admit we're lost, all kinds of help shows up. It could be a sign, it could be a person, it could be a friend, it could be a stranger. Now, hopefully, when we feel lost, we don't rely entirely on or limit ourselves to resources on the physical plane. Hopefully, we remember that help is always at hand. Where? Within. What about our 12 spiritual gifts? What about our principles that remind us that we are one with divine mind and source energy? Asking for help, inner or outer, is an essential part of our spiritual growth. We are never without the resources we need. We are spiritual beings, completely and perfectly endowed with all good things. So what else can happen to us when we're on this journey? Well, sometimes we get tired. And if we're on a bicycle, what do we usually do? Stop. Same for the spiritual path. Stopping on a regular basis means that we don't get too far off course. Stopping looks like being still, taking time to pray, having a regular meditation practice. Lots of us don't know how to stop. We think stopping is a weakness. Not stopping can hurt us. I remember when my son was learning how to ride a bicycle, he was way too young to be learning how to ride a two-wheeler, but he was determined that he was going to do it. So I was outside watching him, and he managed to start rolling it and jump on, come down the driveway, go up the block, turn around, come back, up the driveway, throw the bicycle this way, launch himself onto the lawn. So I thought, oh, that's okay. And then he did the same thing. Again, I thought, David, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know how to stop. Nobody, because he was self-taught, nobody showed him where the brakes were. He didn't know how to stop, but he picked a soft landing place. So stopping is not a sign of weakness. We all need to stop. And then there's the falling part. Oh my gosh, we get bruised, we get scraped, we get hurt. Perhaps some of us have scars, that show the results of that. I know it's different now, but when I was growing up, and probably many of you, we didn't wear helmets, we didn't have elbow pads, we didn't have knee pads, no water, no hats, none of that stuff, So, we came home with lots of bloody knees and scraped noses and stuff. So falling is a normal, natural part of anything new that we're undertaking. Sometimes we cause it ourselves. Sometimes others contribute to our falls. Sometimes we see it coming and we just don't know how to avoid it, how to get out of the way. This experience happens to us over and over and over again. And when it does, take time to reflect, to learn from it. If we are one of those people who think that we need to be perfect and never fail, then this is a great time to practice humility and forgiveness. We can forgive ourselves, we can forgive others, so that we can learn to move ahead unencumbered by the errors or the shortcomings of the past. Consciously living on the spiritual path takes courage and strength. We all have things that we're afraid of, things that we avoid, situations or people, on a bicycle or in life and in life. But being willing to face our fears brings us great rewards. One more bicycle story. There was a street in our neighborhood that I avoided at all costs. Would go way out of my way so I didn't have to go down this one block because there was a dog in the yard and it was chained to the clothesline, but it would bark ferociously and it would charge at me or whoever was coming down the sidewalk and then, get jerked off its feet by this chain. Yeah. So, but once in a while I would have to go down this street. And so one day I'm, bicycling along, 8 or 9 years old or something, and here comes the dog. Bark, 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 bark. Runs towards me. Bing. The chain snaps. Here he comes. I am so scared I fall off my bike. Actually, the best thing would have, but anyway, I fall off my bike. He comes charging right to the sidewalk and stops. Bark, 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 bark. He doesn't go any further than the edge of the sidewalk. Obviously, he had been trained. This is his territory to protect. So now, my heart is still beating, actually. It's beating fast just remembering that. I was so terrified. I couldn't believe I fell off my bike. Anyway, I get on my bike, and I ride away. But now I know something. For one thing, I know that the dog can't hurt me. And it opened my heart because I felt so badly for this dog, right? And I was never afraid to ride down that street again. So sometimes the things we fear are so big in our own minds that we allow them to paralyze us. The last thing that supports us on our spiritual growth is purpose. That is the fuel that keeps us going, despite the falls and the stumbles and the scrapes and the bruises. I wanted the freedom to roam around by myself, so I kept improving my bike riding skills, despite all the scared and uncomfortable times. I wanted to live a life of spiritual freedom, so I kept on the path, even when it was uncomfortable or I was scared or unsure. Today is Palm Sunday. It's the beginning of what we call Holy Week, the last week of Jesus' life. And here we find a great example of living on purpose, just what we've been talking about. We can read in the Gospels that Jesus is talking to his disciples, telling them that he's not going to be around for much longer, that his life will end in Jerusalem. He knew this, and what did he do? Did he run away? Did he hide? Did he fight it? No. Knowing what was ahead of him, he went to Jerusalem anyway to celebrate Passover with his friends and family. In his last week, he continued to do what he had done every day of his 3-year ministry. He taught, he healed, he was available and present to whatever came before him. He knew his mission and his purpose, and he lived it every moment. Nobody said life would be without challenges. It takes courage to step fully onto the path and be open to what presents itself. Everything we do, we can be an expression of spirit. That beautiful song, that we are the light. We are the light. We are the light. Right here in this moment, when you walk out the door, when you get in your car, when you talk to somebody, when you don't talk to somebody, we are the light. every opportunity, every situation we're in is an opportunity to shine that light and to share our gifts. All we need to do is stay close to those we trust, remember to stop, lighten our load by forgiving ourselves and others, and stay on track with our purpose. You have everything you need to travel this spiritual path. Before we go into our time of prayer and contemplation, I'd just like to bring something to your attention. Today, this Sunday, we are at the end of a cycle. 1 year ago, on Easter Sunday, it was a very special day. Anybody remember why? It's okay if you don't. Easter Sunday was the very first Sunday of Unity Vancouver Island. A whole year, yeah. And I happen to be speaking on that Sunday as well, so it feels like this beautiful cycle. All of us held a vision for the world, for an worldwide too, island-wide unity, and we've learned and grown a lot in the past year, and we have much to celebrate. So I'd like to bring that into our time of prayer and contemplation.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find love, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find love, I find God, I find myself.
So we take time now to enter this sanctuary of silence within, devoting this most precious time toward unifying our mind, our heart, and spirit. We turn our attention to the center of our being, where there is peace, where there is calm, where there is stillness. And in that stillness, we experience gratitude and appreciation. Bring to mind the first time you came in contact with unity. Something in you responded, and you knew at a deep level, this is my spiritual home. I belong here. Bring to mind just one of the blessings you have received from your being part of unity. Could be an insight, an experience, a person. And feel that in your heart and expand that feeling of gratitude out to everyone. Unity Vancouver Island and beyond. We know that we belong to a large spiritual community that is growing in its breadth and depth. We appreciate and value each person and all that they have contributed in consciousness to help create and maintain Unity Vancouver Island. We know we have everything we need to support each person's journey, as well as the divine purpose of this spiritual community. We are surrounded by an abundance of all good things, available and ready for our invitation. So with this feeling of deep gratitude and appreciation, of unbounded prosperity, unlimited consciousness, we say thank you. We claim this vision. We know it is so, and so it is. Amen.
There was a bit of a snafu today, and Josh and I got our wires crossed. So he's here thinking I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm here thinking that he's not supposed to be here. But we're both here. So I know, right? Two for I see what you did there. So I asked Josh like 5 minutes before service if he would, because he had a solo prepared. I was like, well, do you want to sing it and I'll just play piano for you? So we're going to do it together if that's all right. I'm not going to play anything that's on the page anyway.
Great.
I'll respect the key though. How fast do you want to go? Like ballady?
Yeah, but feel free if you want to pick it up, you can always do that.
Yeah,
I'll follow you. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly, oh they fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds they're far behind me. Oh, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Somewhere over the rainbow. fly, fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't? Why then, oh, why can't? Why then, oh, why can't I?
So, I kind of sensed a sense of purpose there. Did you get that? Purpose. Thank you. We sit in the lap of creation every minute. So much happening here. Announcements coming up. So as usual, if you're at home today, you can just join Mavis and friends online just by clicking that link that's in your newsletter, and just spend some time sharing your experience of today and touching base with other folks. And Burning Bowl and White Stone ceremony tomorrow in Victoria. They're finally catching up with the holiday season, and they're finally able to all get together and go through that important ceremony together. April 11th, 2:30, and tomorrow afternoon. Please join them if you can. Good Friday lesson and spiritual communion. Licensed Unity teacher Wendy Carr, who's the educational representative for Unity Canada, will be giving this little service on Friday for those of you who like to celebrate that day. Please join her. And what's up, Unity? So we did have our meeting last week, and if you go to your newsletter and click on that phrase, what's up, Unity, it will open a Word document that will show you the notes of all the things that we spoke about at that meeting. And I remind you, every month on the first Tuesday of the month at 7, please join us on Zoom and talk about the things that are going on at Unity Vancouver Island. Give us your input, make your suggestions, complain if you need to. That's the time to do it. Please join us. Everyone welcome. And it's not too late. Lacey is in the house. We have a workshop this afternoon, 1 o'clock. If you'd like to take part in that, you would be welcome. And the Book of Forgiving book study begins on Tuesday this week. That is by Desmond Tutu. There's a link in your newsletter, and this is the passcode. This Tuesday, 9 o'clock, our time. I believe it's every second Tuesday for 4 or 5 sessions. So please join us. That. Next Sunday is Easter, and we will have an Easter egg hunt and a pancake breakfast. Thank you, Gilles, who's doing the cooking. And there are a couple of people who've helped him. We could probably use some more. If you have not yet let me know that you will be there, please do so, because we have to know how many to cook for. And Easter Sunday in Comox Valley. So once again, finally, you can all get together there in that community and watch our stream together, and there'll be refreshments, and you don't have to wear a mask, and you don't have to be vaccinated, and everybody come home. So Comox Valley next week. And the following week, to 23rd of April, is our cooperation with the Green Faith Nanaimo, the interfaith group, and we will be replanting an area of Bowen Park. If you'd like to go on to Eventbrite and purchase a plant to plant, otherwise just show up and listen to some interfaith, very brief talks, and join us in replanting that area. It's just after Earth Day. And then 2 weeks from today, Unity Canada mini conference. Again, there will be no in-person service that week. We will all watch across the country. Everyone in Canada will be watching the same service, and our own Joshua will be the featured musician. And everybody across Canada is going to know who he is from now on. Yeah, so join us. And then on the 30th of April, Reverend Vicky will be doing her Prayers on the Thread workshop here. There are already a few people signed up. Please just send an email to Reverend Vicky, and she'll make sure you get, in due course, all the information you need to know. That will be in person in here. Yay! Another opportunity to come together in person. And as usual, the ongoing events here are Mondays of the choir and family singing, second, fourth Tuesdays in Unity Comox Valley is the prayer circle. Thursdays, 10:30, of course, in Miracles, and Friday nights is game nights here in Nanaimo. So you can get the full details of any of those events on our website. And also the ongoing events at Victoria. This week is the Burning Bowl, and next week will be a holiday actually, so they'll take a break. And on the Monday the 25th is game night there in Victoria. So lots of things to do. So please take part. And we thank you for your abundance, which allows all of this to happen. We met yesterday. There were 6 of us from Unity Vancouver Island, took the Spirit Group's training program. We'll be getting that program up and going. And one of the things about that program is it is just offered to you. It's part of who we are. We're not going to ask you for money at that. We'll remind you that your generous donations allow us to give that to you free of charge. But we thank you. We thank you for your ongoing commitment, and you're establishing a routine of supporting Unity financially that allows us to offer these gifts out into the world. So thank you for your abundance and our gratitude this week again. Once again, why are we not surprised? Gilles, Rick, and Sally, take a look at the new kitchen when you go over for coffee this morning. Beautiful job. All the cupboards have been repainted, and pull-out garbage containers are there, and there's a new shelf where we can store the tall coffee containers. And yes, truly awesome. Thank you, Gilles, Rick, and Sally. Karen.
I know who I am, that's all that matters. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. You are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, you are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace. Supposed to go up there.
Coming up here? You guys want to come up? up? You other guys want to come up? Seems we got bunnies in the house this morning. Welcome, kids. And to all our kids today, let us share our blessing. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. Yay, kids. And and Lauren is with us tonight. Woohoo! Welcome back, Lauren. Iris will be in the prayer room following service tonight. Thank you, Iris. And now our prayer for protection. The light that is God surrounds me. I am one with the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am one with the love. The power that is God protects me. I am one with the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am one with the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.